discouraged by theory over cross-planet conditionality. Now QER kind of playing into the permutation, not going for a fierce abuse of the team. The counterblend is in the context of energy policy to solve all of their abuse over conditionality. Is good comparations and interpretations are all the no negative resolution. One is just one negative flights, check structural advantage, especially of this topic is a mechanism explosion. Two, breath can test policies multiple angles. Three, strategic thinking version of records make better defense. A, excuse me, all arguments are inevitable. B, all arguments are conditional, better procedural. C, permutation check and reasonability versus reason to reject the arguments. We're not going for me the counterplan. So it doesn't matter if we're continuing permutation, not going for the picks. Okay, if we're kicking it now, the pull of impact, we see this far off. So and also can see that there's multiple tricks of trigger proliferation. That's the only scenario for real. Or and there's no new Renaissance features that they don't control pull up snaps group of S12. The Renaissance legal relation material as early days. There's actually more evidence today. There's no great indication of impact nuclear energy. US, without being careful, we could be lobbying to talk about Russian facts clearly with reactive to War 35 or 1912, but the US won't use non-proliferation leadership. Clearly 12, the US can exert sway non-proliferation across the future of the objectives. The limit of strict computing non-proliferation only consistent application is hard and Russian that this area is a technical leaks that will reserve not fires not reduced to obstacle efforts to company water. Water trade solves war. It disincentivizes competition and creates agreements. Right, builds a stable peace. It builds a single peace and it creates lifelines of communication. Examples: Israel, Jordan, and Finnick talks about water in the Middle East war. Allowed countries to set the stage for peace negotiations without alienating their citizens. It increases interdependence because they can import virtual water through imported grains. They ship from food demands. It creates new avenues of cooperation. Not used to negotiate the Soviet right. So it's Soviet breaker proves that values of empirics have never been a scenario where water wars have happened. Have happened in the past. All of their reasons why warming crisis drops. There's no evidence to back up. There's also been scarcity regionally in the Middle East or in Asia previously in the past. So now scarcity solves war and abundance causes it. Illusion love and the fuel water is driven to the evolution. Now there's no direct correlation. Water scarcity, conflict, water trying to get involved in a number of disputes. Other water trying to see the impacts of chill or just water splits argue that scarcity drops from among riparians and they create institutionalized cooperation. Well, in cooperation with water regime to tremendously resilient because of what is possible. Nations built from the Vietnam, the war between Israel and the Israel provision, all that surviving the war with the impacts also treated with the newest dominated on the hostilities and short like this violence is unique interspace. Institutional irrationality, computing national hundred times water is water is reducing tension. Now we have uniqueness all there. We have uniqueness there. One is the evidence says that the Pakistan internal system lots of instabilities. There's a nuclear on terrorist machine, overpopulated, politically unstable Pakistan, and there Indo-Pak evidence says that the greatest threat to regional security is the possibility that increases international that will go into an all-out war. None of these are reasons that are not specific to water. And if we disprove the water leak, you should prefer the link direction of the link because you think this is probabilistic and it's all there should be held in suspicion because it's not written by any studies or not written by any studies and there's multiple scenarios for conflict escalation globally. Even if we don't solve Indo-Pak and East lots of other places, but water can solve conflicts in for 11. The Center for Primitive Action asks that the different actions are common and listed conditions they like to be so involving conditions as you know the difference in lineage with trying instability impacts and instability with water regional conditions severe impacts rising tension between Turkey and Israel and outbreak violence to with outside mentioned their South East African military conflict in Sudan conflict with the outside Russian outbreak conflict in Armenia as Azerbaijan or Nagorno-Karabakh and then Nagorno-Karabakh now their new Karabakh war cites a beauty person without any warrants. She says water might be something bad that happens in the future. Not it doesn't send any studies now. Many debate scarcity ensure produce cooperation and solve war. Turkey are Syria and Iraq and are expanding negotiations to reduce the risk of miscalculations and conflicts. Very cross-border water management creates people-to-people connections, solves many conflict that's seen. And there's no water war statements from leaders are irrelevant to illusion 11. The Middle East presidents have used it, but now where they're trying to transport water source by relinquishing online separation of water and water can back in the action. Evidence seems quite weak. Now this escalation can flow for military action. Even if the way that creates tension, it won't escalate into war. So we find no water the water conditions the world away from second water. Disputes are the worldwide heat and noise and military action. Also, the air strength causes massive brain pressure. Lots of scenarios for conflict to escalate. Water can de-escalate those conflicts by creating institutionalized cooperation. Now, the Indo-Pak solved water scarcity solved Indo-Pak avenues of cooperation and disincentivized conflict. It's proven by the Indus Basin River agreements, even though all other relations were shut off during the Cargill War. They shut it off again. They shut it off again because they got water cooperation. That's Allen and water scarcity. The single threat of cooperation. Dealer 9 represents a single threat between countries. On the name there. Use members of its wars on the African markets directly linked to India. Now global defense. This includes it won't cause conflict. It's the most comprehensive status that the worst case scenario is there. It's fiery rhetoric by politicians, but it is behind the scenes with negotiations and strictly cooperation in the long run. That's Wolf and first studies and empirical examples. They can't give an example of a war that has been caused by water. None of their evidence comes from newspapers or not peer-reviewed sources. The studies are the only way to objectively value complete truth comes there. Evidence is unresearched, alarmist hype to scare readers into doing something else. It is constructive political action. They reject anything after a peer-reviewed study. Number of alarmist scenarios been linked to water resources, the water wars and development discourse meeting within international organizations, and time discourse within the security and confidence rated water and the key priorities at the international level. Now, Grid is resilient. 2003 was an anomaly. There's multiple backups and upgrades check that's collected before evidence. Grid is actively improving. Bigger fold. There's also the lack of flexibility. What we made to trust within the folks who know how to grid say that you blackout the grid be possible and extremely likely guns and division mutable everything water use and everything. Assuming the event they'll be effective after citizens and giving electric research we have the power for emergency. Also particularly not the last 10 years of estimating the lack of that is that threat. And also that's also if we win the grid does something it takes out Alaska too, because Alaska is also connected to the grid. And new tech we said those for example doesn't apply to figure 12. And the grid is updated every 30 seconds. It's important. Details of technology discipline transmission classes with happening a lot of they said the safeguards are strong. Laker 12 these are something that people say making black responsibility after producing life gas advancing in fine grid power responsibility being analyzed, power usage rate as effects of water weather real time focus supply demand power by power and the variety of reporting and academic work and critical infrastructure is prone to threat inflation cerebral 10. There are also people instruction calls making provided also being down reports etc. Reducing the grid important than 85% of media as a relied power ignores a wide variety of academic the essence of the increasing vulnerability industry has certainly pinpointed the source of the not religious reports of the vulnerability of reports that possible vendors and bias colors all of their evidence to reveal not only seen as the intelligence thing of based on they know what it's not investigation but if I'm report the events they have as harm it's going to be able to that person video reporting you can escape on reporting you when the impact is obscure now the insiders evidence is from the DoD they have incentives to say that the Bureau is starting so they can get more money to get more money for support and backups can solve right now the DoD thumpers on like say that that's all coming now that should solve also just solve Alaska because they don't come online quickly and all bases have backups now that solves coordinate 12. The particular place accident power generation with diesel generation both party of the and so long as these micro most unique is these already has some level of energy coming also like these areas most of the organization also has third party slash their own solar project services technical and economic capability use on others no cyber attacks multiple checks like air gapping detection deterrence and upgrades best empirical analysis proves that Stuxnet was an anomaly is impossible to replicate it doesn't create a blueprint and use to prepare this product that is impossible empirics and if it solves grid 12 instead of words more heads and transport and support the company so the company is worth even less remarkable it wasn't part of the tech was an anomaly wasn't the energy and something we're outside of more warning doesn't mean more text and systems because it's not built redundancy safety that there's a possibility to go to make governance more complex. We don't have to win this everything is impossible just at high cost with also need to see alternatives. Over 12 coverage our hypothesis threats unlikely culprits cost of analysis is questionable and weapons time very loaded and the target addressing is stereotype the line opposite of the media highly unlikely to be unlikely to turn out the Arctic Alaska grid is completely not it's always going down the ton and also on S1 can be varied by snow too so it can't solve the installation there's no Arctic conflict all the should be rejected as media or military hype the only boundaries between friendly nations like Canada and the USA or no Arctic war March 12 publicly on something in the north and also completely heard of the last years of the 1990s the nation followed down the overlapping institutions even the Arctic Council private air peace and management nations are aware that all this place is contracted just committed to service cooperations and covenant the current Bureau of military makes all support because a bunch of no hard country in the north also foremost the military has the ability to operate in the north and all the evidence is alarmism cooperation outweighs make Australia use it use stop the after the event it's not like Russia was happy to show the Argentinian countries and China state and of service extension on the Russian method like it's one of the hundreds since the beginning the future executive money that will also be also leaving nowhere in our security the example about the hundreds of Russian war in the use of benefit Fridays as well we face the increasing because of music the other way we promise the Arctic is purposely an atoll area it is an area of low attention now submarines solve they are nuclear they have the expertise that's their argument they made also now the U.S. is an overwhelming advantage of submarine technology that can deter any other nation from shelling us in the Arctic they don't have power as far as the fact house it in we don't need weapons the nuclear submarines actually I don't need a card go to the solvency the NRC, the NRC is not distributing license. That means that they can't solve, or at least takes too long for them to solve the econ and the relevant term links. And DoD put itself under NRC licensing jurisdiction, even on basis drops 10. Deputy Secretary Hinton on line signal that the MOU 2010 PDR really said the counter and DoD on the front of the agency to help the development investment council part of the MOU and full the DoD will collaborate and deliver the proposal of student licensing regulates actually to perfect copies from the university licensing plants that are located in ION or just with DoD installations. That was the second kind of NRC.